The Afghan Hound epitomizes elegance. The dramatic silky hair, exotic face, and slim, model-like physique of this rare, ancient dog breed set it apart from other canines in appearance. Despite its appearance, Afghan enthusiasts describe this dog as aloof and humorous. The Afghan dog breed, which originated in Afghanistan and was formerly known by the name Tazi, is one of the oldest canine breeds and is believed to have existed before Christianity. Afghan hounds have beautiful physical features, but they also have a delightful, vivacious attitude. They have an air of dignity and aloofness, yet they also have a playful and mischievous side. These dogs are energetic and constantly eager to play or chase after a toy. Their owners can benefit greatly from their boundless energy and zest for life. The independence of the Afghan Hound is one of its distinctive characteristics. They have a strong sense of self and are occasionally rather obstinate. While this characteristic could make training more difficult, it also makes them more alluring. An extraordinary sense of confidence can be seen in Afghan hounds. Moments of levity and surprise might result from their independence of thought. These dogs are affectionate and versatile, thriving in practically every environment and family size. However, keeping that plush coat will take some time, and you'll also need to give them lots of exercise to burn off their excessive energy. If you can provide them with the care they require, you'll have a devoted friend who will undoubtedly draw attention to themselves with their stunning appearance. Afghan hounds are also quick and nimble. They have a grace about them that is absolutely amazing to see. Afghan hounds move fluidly, a testament to their athleticism and history as sighthounds, whether they are rushing through broad fields or taking part in dog sports like lure coursing. Despite being purebred dogs, Afghan hounds may be found in shelters or under the care of rescue organizations. If you think this breed is right for you, consider adoption. Afghan Hound overview. Initially, both Afghanistan's mountains and deserts were employed to hunt huge animals with the Afghan Hound. They required a thick, flowing coat to keep them warm. The Afghan were prized for their long and swift running. They bravely resisted predators, including leopards, until a huntsman on horseback caught up with them. The Afghan were prized for their capacity for independent thought and for hunting without human guidance. Although the Afghan dog of today doesn't hunt leopards, it nevertheless has the same independent spirit as a coursing dog. Like puppies of any breed, an Afghan puppy will enthusiastically seek attention from family members, but this behavior might deceive uninformed owners. With age, the Afghan stops acting like a cute puppy. A mature Afghan hound doesn't overindulge in attention and occasionally doesn't even desire cuddles or hugs. The independent, free-thinking Afghan will make their own decisions about when they want affection, and it will happen on their terms, not yours. Despite their independence and coldness, Afghan hounds may be affectionate and funny when they want to be. The Afghan Hound is known to be mischievous, and legends abound of this breed's capacity to steal items from under the noses of family members, even going so far as to open dresser drawers and snatch garments. They are frequently referred to as a clown by their adoring family. The Afghan is a natural at lure coursing because they have vision that is much greater than human vision and pivotal hip joints that allow them to move rapidly and easily over obstacles. In lure coursing, plastic bags are used to simulate escaping game while the hounds run after them. The dog's ability to hunt by sight and fundamental coursing instincts are put to the test in this competition. The American Sighthound Field Association, ASFA, started a program that is still in operation today and is adored by both owners and dogs. The Afghan Hound is a distinctive breed that excels at both coursing competition and family companionship. Afghan Hound highlights it's important to groom. An Afghan Hound should only be considered by people who genuinely appreciate grooming or are willing to pay a professional groomer to do it. The neighbor's cat, your child's bunny, the third-grade class hamster, etc. are all examples of prey that Afghans would chase because of their innate hunting instinct. The Afghan Hound's independence makes training them difficult. Training can take a while, therefore patience is needed. Housebreaking can be challenging. Up until the age of roughly 6 months, this breed might still have accidents within the house. The Afghan Hound has a low threshold for discomfort. This breed can occasionally come off as whiny or babyish, and minor wounds concern them more than they do other breeds. Because they are sensitive and lively animals, Afghan Hounds do not react well to rough treatment, so handle them gently. It is best if the puppy grows up with the children he will live with and that the kids are old enough to comprehend the value of being mindful of this dog's sensitive temperament, despite the fact that this breed is typically good, even loving, with kids. Afghan Hound history. The Afghan Hound originated in Afghanistan, where the breed's previous name was Tazi. The breed has long been believed to have existed before the birth of Christ. The Afghan Hound is one of the oldest dog breeds, dating back thousands of years, according to latest DNA study. An English officer posted close to Kabul is the first Western Afghan breeder to be identified in writing. In 1925, he shipped Afghan Hounds from his Ghazni kennel to England, where they eventually ended up in America. The Afghan Hound Club of America was granted membership in the American Kennel Club in 1940 after the breed was recognized by the AKC in 1926. One of the first people to introduce Afghan Hounds to America was Zeppo Marx of the Marx Brothers. When Barbie, who generates more than 80% of Mattel's income, and Beauty, her beloved Afghan Hound, entered the homes and hearts of many American doll aficionados in the late 1970s, the hound's popularity skyrocketed. The popularity of the breed increased throughout this same decade with the emergence of lure coursing competitions. Afghans rose to fame in the AKC show ring in the 1980s, and despite their independence, they have since entered the obedience ring. Afghan Hound-size males weigh roughly 60 pounds and are 27 inches tall, plus or minus 1 inch. Females weigh around 50 pounds and are 25 inches tall, plus or minus 1 inch. Afghan Hound personality. The Afghan Hound usually belongs to a single person or family. Do not expect this dog to ecstatically welcome your guests. He'll probably irritate them by showing indifference to their presence. Hounds are not known for being good watchdogs, though some of them may bark once or twice when a stranger enters the house. Afghans are difficult to train because of their autonomous thinking. This hound often lacks the great desire to please that many other breeds, like the Golden Retriever, exhibit and is not motivated by food. Despite the Afghan's outstanding performance in the show ring, more than one expert handler has been embarrassed in front of the crowd by the dog's resistance. Even yet, this breed has a reputation for outperforming others when given the freedom to choose. This dog may become withdrawn or mildly aggressive when handled roughly. With this breed, gentle treatment, gentleness, and patience are recommended, along with a realization that there will be moments when the dog just won't cooperate. Afghan Hound health. Although Afghans are generally in good health, they are susceptible to some health issues like all breeds. Even though not all Afghans may contract any or all of these illnesses, it's still vital to be aware of them if you're thinking of buying one. Allergies. The Afghan exhibits the same symptoms as people with allergies, including sneezing, eye and nasal discharge, itching, hair loss, and tiredness. The course of treatment depends on the underlying reason and may involve dietary changes, medication, and environmental modifications. Cancer. Signs of canine cancer include abnormal swelling of bumps or sores, wounds that don't heal, bleeding from any body orifice, and trouble breathing or going to the bathroom. Chemotherapy, surgery, and prescription drugs are all cancer treatments. Known as a partial or complete opacity of the lens, cataracts are the most common reason for vision loss in dogs, according to the Canine Eye Registration Foundation, CERF. On occasion, cataracts may need to be surgically removed, depending on their severity. Hypothyroidism. This is a thyroid gland disorder. Chronic ear infections, skin infections brought on by bacteria, hair loss, sluggishness, and depression are among the symptoms. Medication and dietary changes are typically used to manage this problem. Afghan Hound care. Afghan Hounds want to be with their families inside. Although they are peaceful and relaxed inside the home, they need daily activity, ideally involving a long walk or run. If you intend to confine your dog to a yard, high, sturdy fencing is a need. The Afghan is a skilled escape artist and is extremely challenging to capture. Keep in mind that they can outpace horses. Positive reinforcement training techniques are effective for consistently teaching obedience. Afghan Hound feeding 2 meals a day, each containing 2 to 2.5 cups of premium dry food, are advised. Instead of free feeding your Afghan, measure out his food and feed them twice a day to keep them healthy. The amount of food your adult dog consumes is influenced by their size, age, build, metabolism, and degree of activity. Like people, each dog is unique, thus they don't all require the same amount of food. More will be required of an active dog than of a couch potato. The kind of dog food you purchase also matters. The better the food, the more effectively it will nourish your dog. Give your dog the hands-on and eye tests if you're not sure if they're overweight. Look down at them first. There should be a waist visible. After that, place your hands on their backs with the fingers stretched out and the thumbs aligned with the spine. Without exerting much pressure, you should be able to feel but not see their ribs. If you can't, they should eat less and exercise more. Afghan Hound coat color and grooming. When maintained properly, the Afghan coat is magnificent. It has a very fine texture that is thick and velvety and resembles human hair. There is a long, silky topknot on the head. Every part of the body, including the ears and feet, is heavily covered in hair, with the exception of the back. In mature dogs, the hair is silky, short, and close down the back. The American Kennel Club breed standard, standardized rules for the breed, permits any solid color, while some color combinations are deemed to be more aesthetically acceptable than others. For the Afghan, grooming is essential. The coat is delicate and tends to tangle easily because of this. Regular brushing and combing, sometimes even daily, as well as frequent bathing, are essential. Due to the Afghan's lengthy grooming process and difficulty, many parents decide to engage a professional groomer to maintain the coat in good shape. Parents who are ready to put in the effort can learn to handle the coat, but it is definitely not a job for beginners. As soon as your Afghan puppy is old enough, start examining and brushing them. Examine their mouth and ears, and handle their paws frequently. Dogs are sensitive about their feet. Lay the framework for simple veterinarian checks and handling when they're adults by making grooming a rewarding activity loaded with praise and prizes. Ear infections are common in all breeds with pendant or hanging ears. Weekly check your Afghan's ears and clean them with a cotton ball wet with a cleanser your vet recommends. Never insert anything, including cotton swabs, into the ear canal since doing so could harm it. If the inside of your Afghan's ear smells unpleasant, seems red or painful, or if he constantly shakes their head or scratches at their ear, they may have an ear infection. For the sake of removing bacteria and tartar formation, brush your Afghan's teeth at least twice or 3 times every week. Even better than twice daily brushing is prevention of foul breath and gum disease. If your dog doesn't naturally wear down his nails, you should trim them once or twice a month. They are too lengthy if you can hear them clicking on the floor. Short, carefully trimmed nails maintain the feet in good shape and prevent scratches on your legs when your dog jumps up to meet you with enthusiasm. While grooming, keep an eye out for sores, rashes, or infection-related symptoms including redness, tenderness, or inflammation on the skin, in the ears, nose, mouth, or eyes, as well as on the feet. Clear eyes without any redness or discharge are ideal. You can identify any health issues early on thanks to your thorough weekly exam. Afghan Hound children and other pets. The Afghan is best suited as an adult companion because of their independence and size. The Afghan is unlikely to desire to play with kids and follow them around. In fact, the Afghan can be startled by a child's brisk movements and volume of noise. However, with the right socialization, an Afghan can learn to live in a household with kids and be kind to them. The Afghan Hound prefers to hang out with other members of their own species, or other Afghan hounds. The Afghan will put up with other family pets, even if they bother it. Unsurprisingly, the Afghan's natural hunting propensity causes them to pursue tiny animals, especially if they flee. Afghan Hound rescue groups. Afghans are frequently adopted by people who have no real idea what it takes to own one. Numerous Afghans require adoption, fostering, or both. If you're thinking in rescuing or fostering an Afghan Hound, a wonderful place to start is the Afghan Hound Rescue of Southern California. Thanks for watching.